Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. Okay, so my first question for you is why would you like to work for Voyager?
Oh, I'd love to work for Voyager because, one, obviously the location in Australia interests me. Two, I've worked with traveling before. A lot of my studying involves intercultural communication as well as tourism and event management, so I'd love to put my experience and my education into practice as working in your company.
Great. That's awesome. What qualities do you have that qualify for this particular job?
Like I mentioned, my educational background with a lot of intercultural communication, just communication itself, and tourism and event management. I have experience studying abroad, so I'm good at working with different types of traveling, hotels, management, things like that. I'm a big people person. I love working with people, so I'd be able to work with people who are new to the area that we're moving them in or whatever it may be. I love to go out and find fun places like restaurants, activities to do, so I could spread that with people so they'd want to stay there and work there.
Great. Awesome. What do you consider to be your weaknesses?
Some of my biggest weaknesses are probably that I'm very, very detail-oriented, which should be a strength, but sometimes it's I will just work on a project until it's as perfect as it can be. So sometimes that kind of slows me down.
That's good to know. How do you manage your stress?
My stress, I like to manage it through organization. Usually the more organized I feel, the better I feel about that situation, whatever is stressing me out. Kind of like that expression, if you're failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
Great,
so
yeah.
just by over-preparing is how I manage my stress.
Very good. What major work problems have you encountered during your employment history, and how did you deal with that?
A lot of my major work problems have been more customer service oriented, not with my customer service, but just with maybe random complaints, or I worked in the food service industry, so perhaps someone said that something that the cook made didn't taste up to par. So kind of being the middleman between that, because obviously although I didn't cook the thing or create the problem, I can't say that to the person. So it's you just have to solve the problem as much as you can. And sometimes the stress of dealing with a customer and putting your best face forward even though you may not agree with what they're saying.
Okay. So based on your resume, when you have studied abroad in Italy, did this change any particular goals for your future?
It did. It kind of opened up a new perspective for me on kind of the whole world, rather than just working here or working in Virginia or DC. I kind of saw that there's a whole big world out there. And I know it sounds cliche, but it just really kind of opens up your eyes and makes you want to get out there and explore.
Right. Good. So give me an example of a situation in your previous job working in the state campaigns that you had a challenge and overcame it.
One of my challenges was working with a group. We were all students in high school, so the group that I was with wasn't really focused on the goal. They were more just trying to get credit for a class they were in, so they were kind of messing around, throwing the signs around, not really caring, not really going door to door. So I just encountered that with kind of trying to be a leader in the situation and being let's really go for this, we're doing this, let's put all of ourselves into it, even though it may not be exactly what we want to do on a Saturday afternoon. So just kind of trying to deal with that and get a group to work together.
Great. And lastly, tell me how your concentration in PR or public relations can benefit this position in my company.
Oh, my concentration in PR can benefit it greatly because I know how to kind of work with public relations, being the middleman, two-way communication between your company and both the public that you want to advertise to and the people that are actually, using your company. So I have a lot of background with the communication between those two things, and I could totally help, or I could definitely help out.
Good. Well, great. Well, that's all I have for now, and thank you, and we'll be in touch.
All right. Thank you so much. I look forward to hearing from you.
Okay. Bye-bye.